Hi guys, it's Evelyn back from Twin Flames 3344. I just did the Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you guys today, so check that out. It's really profound with sexual energy stuff coming up, and some talk about that, so it's very important. And some some very profound messages came through in that read, so I'd like to see what comes up with the oracle cards as well. So everyone take a deep breath. We're definitely going to work with Mary Magdalene and Jesus today, because that's going to be the theme all week with Easter. And so it is April 13, 2019, the 4 of the Emperor and the 13 of the Transformation, the Death card. And then we have the 2019, which is a 12 of the Hangman and Wisdom. So this is the Ascension deck. So for everybody watching, in the best and highest good of all is concerned. All right, Mary Magdalene and Jesus, what is it we need to know? What do we need to learn? Please, what is our guidance? God, please armor us all with your love. A lot of cards here. All right, so the bottom of the deck is Marco Polo. It's 47. That's the connection. 47 is that 7 of Cups. Heaven in their eyes, synchronicities. Marco Polo, that's how you connect. They're messages to each other. Affirmation is I'm open to the wisdom from the stars. Alright, so we got a card from Mary Magdalene and 2 cards from Jesus. I was guided to do ladies first. So Saint Germain is about transmutation. 34 is the day of the crucifixion. It is 8 of Wands. And Saint Germain says, Saint Germain, Lord of Civilization, cooperates with Archangel Zadkiel to transmute the lower energies of the world in the violet flame. He's a great alchemist and magician who transforms that which no longer serves into something beautiful and light. Your guidance is to invoke Saint Germain, surround yourself in his violet light, and see the divine perfection in whatever or whoever you wish to transform. Your pure intention, which came up during the read, and focus can co-create with his energy to make miracles happen. Use this to help yourself and others to ascend. The affirmation is, I believe in my ability to create miracles, which is true. Okay, so this is from Mary Magdalene. Just make sure your intention is pure, and that came up about the sexual energy in the Divine Masculine read today and masturbation. So there's some details about that you might want to check out. Okay, so from Jesus we have Water and Lord Cthulhu. So 34-7, which is the 8 of Wands, and then Water is 15, which is that devil or shadow energy, and then 36 is the 10 of Wands. That's the end of the burden. Okay, so we have these 2 cards here. So I'm going to actually just put them up on the screen for you to read. Maybe I'll read them. Okay. So so here we're, Mary Magdalene's coming up anyway, and she usually comes up as 35. So we have 34, 35, 36, which I brought up yesterday. It was important to bring up because the 34 is the day of the crucifixion. 35 is Mary Magdalene the next day, and then 36 is the dropping of her burdens as the wounded warrior, so that she can surrender to help Jesus then rise. Okay, on the 27th to unconditional, or the 37, which comes out on Easter as unconditional love this year. So it works out perfectly like this, okay? And Spirit's connecting with me. So 36 is Lord Cthulhu, and he's the world teacher, and his incarnations as Saint Francis, which I was actually in Saint Francis of Assisi before it was destroyed. Shah Jahan, who built the Taj Mahal. Melchior, one of the wise men. Lord Cthulhu practiced harmlessness, love, and wisdom. These energies are encapsulated in this card, so you're encouraged to spread knowledge and spiritual truths to others with humility and inspiration. Be ready to learn, for Lord Cthulhu is drawing your attention to something important. He is a member of the Brotherhood of the Golden Robe, those who take in and transmute the pain of the world. If you are sensitive to energies, ask him to wrap you in his light. The affirmation is, I'm open to teaching and learning. So always be open to being the student, because when we don't want to do that, it's resistance because of ego. And then, of course, water is very important, which I always remind you guys is just 444. That's how important water is. It permeates everything, including the cells of your body. It carries pure divine love and special qualities that can assist ascension. And like I always say, you drinking enough water is like ultrasound gel. You know, it helps connect to the etheric realms. Poseidon is in charge of the waters. Neptune is his elemental master and directs the undines. Ask them to cleanse emotions, emotionally based illnesses, and relationship difficulties. Your guidance is to bless water everywhere to bring it to the fifth dimension. Ask Poseidon to link you to the music of the spheres to access the sounds of your perfect divine blueprint and start to reinstate it. And so music was one of the cards that came up in the numerology deck for the masculine today. Very important. And it wasn't just about music and songs. It was about the harmony that you make together, that music, the music of the spheres. As the planets dance, it's the same between your dance and your masculine, the harmony between you. Okay, so the affirmation is, water, I love you, bless you, and thank you. I direct you to spread love around the world. All right, so now we have the 1 and the 2 of the masculine and the feminine, and then I have to count these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We got the star. We haven't had that at all in the cards. All right, so now we have the star, shining your light, healing, dreaming, big. And the card at the bottom here is 24 of that Queen of Wands energy of being creative and magnanimous, being big in the way you create. Because the 24 isn't necessarily the feminine in the relationship, it's the third energy between you. The third party, that false light, the reflection of the moon, of the masculine. Okay? So it's saying, use that in your creativity. Be big and magnanimous and bold and creative and beautiful. And Lemurian healing, of course, comes up here. And that's a 6 of love. And the star. So then we have the other 3, which is the masculine and the feminine, shining their light as the star. And then the 17 plus the 3 more is 20, which is Judgment Day, which is coming up on the cross. All right, so that's very clear with that. And then Marco Polo. All right, so then we have the past life deck here. So take another deep breath. Clear it along. 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 Okay. So, this April 13, 2019, for everyone watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? We are asking Mary Magdalene and Jesus, please, what is our guidance? Thank you. To allow these 2 want to come out as well. All right, we have spouse on the bottom. Okay, so some of you will be experiencing this soon. Okay, that's very beautiful energy to be seeing. Okay, and trust and faith is reversed behind it. So when you're able to change this and make this right side up, then this comes. Okay, so that's the underlying energy though. So we're already in that energy, which is amazing. All right, so the first 2 cards come from Mary Magdalene, and that is Father reversed and Celtic. All right. And also the other day, Lion came up with the Celtic, and I was trying to ask someone, and I don't have any Irish background, so I was asking what reference there is to lions. Well, that's their rugby team is the Lions. They're the warriors. They're the ones in the Colosseum. So this is very, very pertinent to what we're talking about here, because this week is all about the fight to the death of Jesus and then the rising with Mary Magdalene, her surrender. So the Celtic lions are being let out of the gates, basically. Now they're the Neanderthals, because in this cross, in this picture, the representation is a Neanderthal. You see, he's got very short body and short legs, very long arms. So letting go of that energy, which is that of the cross, blocking the portals. And I'm getting a Highlander. I love that movie so much. Not the series, but the movie. It's like, who wants to live forever? Oh, and you have to get the tenors. They sing that song, and like, it's just to die when you hear that song. I should play it for you, but then they probably won't post my video. It's beautiful. You have to hear that. The tenors singing Who Wants to Live Forever. I forget if that's the name of the song or not, but there's a connection here for, obviously, for the father. And there's pink in the coat. There's pink in the coat here. So this could be a boy or a girl holding onto his finger, okay? But it's reversed. So there's some kind of father-son or father-daughter disconnect because of the church. Oh, I was just getting to, this is not the Father. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That this is not the Father. This is not God. God would never disconnect a child from their parent, ever. Ever. I'm getting that there's a lot of Irish issues with that because of drinking. It is not okay to separate the bond of the father and his children. Even if they are an alcoholic or a drunk, they still deserve the love. Doesn't mean they should be taking care of them, but it's just saying that everyone deserves love and all children deserve their parent. If the child decides to disconnect for their own good, that's one thing. But no, the church should not be determining the relationship between a father and their child. And she is very adamant about this. I'm getting the representation of, and still making me want to cry. I'm getting the representation of Jesus on the cross wanting to go back to his dad. Being separated. And then him wanting to die so he could reunite with his father. And that's coming from Mary Magdalene. Because no one ever talks about his father. So these are from Jesus. There's 6 cards here. We have 2 cards here from Mary Magdalene. And then 6 cards. Let's see if I can show you this. I don't know if I can show them all together, but so we have authority figures reversed. Then we have trees upright. Then we have orphan reversed. We have forgiveness. We have spirituality and religion, and then we have knighthood reversed, which is very much about letting go of the idea of the knights in the Colosseum. You don't need your armor anymore to let go of all of that. That's what's preventing the masculine from coming forward. That the knight template, Knights Templar, Knights of the Round Table, all of that stuff is coming up here. It needs to be changed now, I'm getting. To be bare of skin, no armor on. Married to themselves, commitment to connection to their higher self, not the book that was written by another man. There's nothing wrong with opening the book. Like I said, don't read it front to back, but just open it randomly to let Spirit guide you on what passages to read. And always let there be light and forgiveness. Even when she's mad at you, allow her that. Because you probably did something wrong. That's what I was getting from him. We're going more towards the feminine. And so this will obviously be more of a struggle for the masculine. So she's teaching you how to be feminine. So allow her that. It's okay to be the student. Let go of your ego. Orphan is reversed. Okay? Because no one will be alone now. As the orphan upright, you're only alone because you don't connect with your higher self, because that is you always have that connection. You're never alone. But the orphan reversed is showing you, coming into union, that you'll no longer physically be alone. And then I'm getting, because there's a breakthrough of the sun through the trees, the masculine has a breakthrough with the dying of Jesus and letting go of needing to experience the pain of death and stopping short of that. So don't go up to the complete full moon, but stop short and then start over again. So I was getting the message the other day, yesterday, the day before, that if the masculine comes forward to the feminine before the full moon, then he won't experience the pain that he would if he waits till the full moon and then waits for the consequences, because then, you know, the universe kicks his butt. So it's the sun breaking through the trees, the masculine shining through to the tree, which is the earth, which is the feminine. She's allowing him to penetrate through her. The light penetrating through the leaves of the tree is the masculine coming through the feminine. And then the last card is authority figures, reverse. So this would be court issues. So this would be finalized, but this is all said and done. Or it was thrown out. Either something's thrown out of court, or it's totally done. And there's Peter Pan sparkles around this gavel. So don't worry, because God got a handle on it. And it's saying, do you really think you have control over anything? Alright, so that was a lot. Thank you, Jesus. That was coming from the guy. So when your feminine gets a little irritated with you because you're not getting what she's trying to teach you, allow her that. Just be at peace with it. If you allow her to tell you what she needs to say, then she'll be more willing to open up and love you, because you're listening to her. You're hearing her. That's all she really wants anyway. Okay. Alright, so we have a couple more piles here. So this is from both of them. And this we have persecution, inquisition reversed, medicine man or woman reversed, and then transportation. Okay, so these three cards come up. Transportation, medicine man or woman, which came up yesterday upright, and then persecution, inquisition reversed. Well, right off the bat I'm getting, because Jesus doesn't want to be seen on the cross, it's saying, bring me down from the cross. It's upside down. Persecution, inquisition, she's normally upright, but the card is reversed. Take me down from the cross. And he's saying, here's the shaman. He's saying, don't make me the miracle man. I was no different than you twins. I was a twin flame. Bring me down from the cross. No need to be the savior for the masculines, okay? Yes, it's wonderful to be able to heal. But physician, healer, heal thyself first. Take yourself down off the cross. The guilt and shame. Remove it from your template. Be Thomas the Tank Engine. No time to waste. Toot toot is what I'm getting. Crossing the bridge. You're in the right lane. I'm just getting now live, live, live. Saying that from the cross. You don't need to be the savior. You just need to be you. Yes, heal others, but heal you first. This is your job. This is your mission, is to heal yourself. To take yourself down off the cross. For the women, too, who were called witches. To anyone who was persecuted. To let go of the shame and the guilt. No one should guilt you into being the healer. You have to save everyone. Each should work to save themselves. Like a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. Make sure to let the steam out. Make sure to poke a hole and let the steam out. When tensions build too much. Chugga chugga choo choo. My son's nickname is Choo Choo. He definitely can get frustrated. He's a Scorpio, so boy can he have a meltdown. But saying with that meltdown, don't let the meltdown happen. Don't let the crucifixion happen. Resolve the issues before the explosion. Never get to that point. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Stay at 0 point. Cross the bridge to the other side. And what's the joke about the chicken who crossed the road? Saying, don't be a chicken and cross the darn bridge. I'm getting the 45 degree angle again. Because the 45, don't let it get to the 45. Stay at the 43 to the 44 degrees. Don't let it get to the end. When it's all out of control, you can't take that back again. And then two others were just popping out of the deck that wanted to be seen, and they're both the same color. They're very much matched together, food and hunger and health. Obviously they go together. You don't necessarily need a doctor or medicine for health. It's just about loving yourself first. Even when there is no food and hunger, if you eat the wrong things that your body doesn't like, it can affect your health. Drink clean water and ask your body what it needs. Everyone's different for that, okay? It's not going to be all the same. Some people might need a little sweets, and some people might need dairy, and some not. Same with meat. Don't judge others for what they eat. You need to follow what your instincts and your body is telling you. All right? And obviously something that feels good at the moment may not feel good the next day. So it's paying attention to these clues to what's the best food for you. And this is the way you can be healer of your own health. It's all about love. Don't feel guilt. That's a sure road down the road to ill health. Stress, anxiety, guilt, shame, all of that stuff needs to be thrown out. It's all lame. Okay. Oh, I have to count the cards too. 1, 2, 3. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 7 in that first group. or 8 rather. Or was that separate? Oh, that was separate. Okay. So it's 7. So that's the chariot. Your chariot awaits. And then we had 1 as the magician, with the magician. And then we have 2 and 3. The 23 of the King of Wands. And that's the 2 and the 3 is the High Priestess and the Empress. So it's the magician coming for the High Priestess Empress. She's 2 mints, 2 mints, 2 mints, and 1. Okay? And your chariot awaits. 7, yep. So then we have 7 plus 6 is 13. The end. The death, the cross, the crucifixion on the 18th, the moon. Don't let it get to the end. Don't let it get that far unless you want to cross over and switch lanes, switch dimensions. Alright, now we have the journey of love. Okay, it was just 25-25, which is the Knight of Wands, rushing in to whisk his woman away. Could be a woman doing that too. Alright, take a deep breath. Again, this is April 13, so we have 13 cards on the 13th today. For everyone watching, the best and highest good for all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Mary Magdalene and Jesus. Sorry, I got something on my nose. Tickling me. Sorry if I have something hanging out of my nose. Alright, what is it we need to know? What is it we need to learn? Mary Magdalene and Jesus, please. What is our guidance? Take a deep breath, guys. Gentle. Be gentle with each other. I just had these 2 cards come out off all oh so slowly. Slow, softly. What's the... Ah, Tiny Dancer. And then as I'm saying Tiny Dancer, look what card is coming up. Softly, slowly. Hold me closer, Tiny Dancer. Okay, that's coming up. Just there's some numbers, cards to count. The bottom of the deck is the Lovers. 57, the 3 of Swords. The underlying energy of the Lovers, and we had Spouse in the other card, so do they need to be more clear than that? Okay, we have Mary Magdalene, Beauty. Make sure to get your beauty rest. And that's number 58. And then for Jesus is the Choice, 62. And 62 is the 8 of Swords. It's your choice whether to stay in prison or not. Then these 3 wanted to come out for counting, but then I got a couple more. I'll show you these real quick just so you get them. I'm not going to read them though. Spiral Dance of the Goddess is 29, which is 29 is the 3 of Wands. It's an 11. And then we have Self-Initiation, which is 12, which is Wisdom, the Hangman. Alright, so being present to the hanging man, right? Hanging upside down, wise, not the one that's strung up on a cross. And then she is the moon on the 21, because the 21 is Easter, and that's when she saves him. She is the moon. It is the 3rd energy you share, the reflection of the masculine, what you share. That 3rd energy, that false light. It's just your own reflections. It's like Easter. They're saying Easter is the gift for Mary Magdalene, actually. The Spiral Dance of the Goddess, the ovaries, the fallopian tubes. The self-initiation in loving yourself first, which masturbation, orgasm came up in the masculine read, and then that she is the moon. Okay, and this card also brings up the music, She is the music in me. I'm getting that's the moon. It's like reflecting the harmony between you. The false light, the space between the words. Alright, so I'd have to read these two to you as well. So beauty and the choice, which were very clear. For the feminines, she wanted to tell you, make sure you get your rest and take care of yourself, pamper yourself. And the choice for the masculine, it's up to you whether you want to stay in prison or not. 3D marriage has nothing to do with this. It's saying what trumps in your mind. All of the universal laws of loving yourself, or a piece of paper that tells you you're married to someone for life, or even just a partnership that you've committed. And it's not that you aren't admired for committing to the one that you promised to love, but you promised, you came into this life to love yourself first. Alright, so we're going to read those two, but I'll show you the others. I have 4 more, and then I had 2 more come out. So we have 2 and 3, which is the 5, and the 23 again for the King of Wands. That's 3113. 31 is the expansion energy of the 5 of Wands, which was the challenge card in the read today. And then the 13 is the day's date, the death, the transformation, and the crucifixion on the full moon. Unless we don't let it get to there. So we have 2, 3, 4. Oh, and that was the 2, 3, 4, 2. Don't let it get to the 45. 2, 3, 4 is fine. But don't let it get to the 45, because then we go back down to 2 again. Okay, that was perfect. So we have 4, 7, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 of justice. That's justice. Justice is never letting it get to that point. Okay, that was very good. Alright, so I'll read those 2 cards for you, beauty and the choice. No way! I sat in my Divine Masculine read today. I'd gone outside and taken some pictures of the birds, and I actually stated the times of the pictures of the birds outside because I saw 2 robins, and then I saw them go into the street, and there was like a mass fight between like 5 birds in the street, and then they came back and 2 birds were back on my roof after that. They were robins. But the cards here, I said that it was at 10:58 to 11:02. These cards are 58 and 62, which is 11:02. It's the 2 minutes after the hour. How cool is that? And the 58 is the 4 of Swords. So it's the connecting in 5D, the getting your beauty rest as well. And then the 62 of the prison that you put on yourself, whether you're feminine or masculine. And then we have 58 to read. Let's see what it says. Alright, beauty says, to celebrate the divine feminine is to honor her beauty, her endless bounty and abundant creativity. You're a vehicle of her beauty. This is radiance that has nothing to do with soul-destroying cultural stereotypes based on physical appearances. It is the radiance that comes from feeling beautiful within, of allowing all that you are to shine through you and be witnessed in the world. You're being asked to let the inner beauty become one with your physical self. You don't have to change the way you look to become more the divine beauty that you are. You just need to change the way you look at yourself. Behold the divine within you. You are in the process of healing past wounds about your appearance, your body, and your sexuality. That came up, okay? Finding purity in all of yourself and becoming ready to share that with others in a deeper and more open way without shame or self-criticism. Take your time and fall in love with what you are. Then you can become not the victim of others' own projected shame, but the love necessary for the shame of the world to heal. Okay, so shame was a big topic here. This oracle indicates a significant change in self-perception taking place within you, an ability to love and accept yourself more completely than you ever have before, quite simply because you have grown and there's more divinity awakened in your heart than ever before. The nature of the divine is love, and you are realizing that you don't have to change to be beautiful. Allow this development to grow swiftly and embrace your uniqueness, beloved. You are an exquisite flower in the heavenly garden. And being deflowered was brought up in the read as well. And so how many times I looked in your eyes and sailed away beyond my dreams to a sheltered thought on a quiet beach where the sand is soft as flour. You may never know this place, and someday when you look in my eyes, I will tell you. And then we have 62, which is the choice. There's a choice that you need to make. You're aware of it already, or as it's coming to your awareness very soon. It was just 3500, which is Mary Magdalene, the wounded warrior. Embrace the unknown and say yes. You have the opportunity to enrich your world, to receive and therefore be able to share much more. If anxiety or fear arises, guilt or shame, treat it as the cleansing of your emotional waters, that they receive so much more inflow from the divine ocean. Let the old layers rise to the surface of your awareness to be washed away. What seems to be so much in the context of your own emotional waters is not so much at all when compared to what the great ocean is capable of holding. So let the divine ocean take the hold, washing it away from you and replenishing you with the new, that you may serve life all the better. This oracle brings you guidance. It is safe to choose now. There is no wrong choice, just a choice that resonates with your heart. If it's challenging you, then that is an opportunity for you to let the divine cleanse and lift you into the vibration where you feel at peace with your choice, where you can accept the grace it will bring you. Do this now. It's your time to step up, make your life easier on yourself, and open to love in a more trusting way. Come now, the divine is calling you to play. And the poem reads, our lives are measured in choices we have made along the path we call living. Each compass point a possibility, each step an opportunity. Seemingly random, each decision moves us inexorably in a direction both unknown and yet somehow familiar. For upon reflection, the strength we find in choosing, so it's not about which path, it's just about the action of choosing, or the surrender of letting all unfold, leads us to the place we started from when we made that first choice to be here again. Okay. So again, that was coming up, all the stuff that came up in the read and what we talked about here came up again, confirming all that, which was perfect. And it's just about that Y in the road and the 45-degree angle it's not about which choice you make. It's just about allowing yourself to choose. And even doing nothing is a choice. So it doesn't mean you have to do something. But it's saying make a choice. Don't vacillate, because in that's the shadow aspect. When you get into the vacillation of indecision, that's when you become ungrounded. And that's when you go into fear. It's about allowing yourself the choice, no matter what the choice is. Just make a decision. It's 3737. Okay, so that was the King of Cups twice and Unconditional Love. I'm going to let you guys all go and rise and be loved.